Hello, friends, and thank you as always for visiting the Legend Sports Universe YouTube channel. Legend Sports Universe, where legends play forever. One team has been scorching hot since the end of August. The other took down the league's most powerful squad for the second time in 3 years, after being down to their final strike in Game 4 and needing to defeat 26-game winner Lefty Grove for a second time to do it. The Boston Red Sox last venture to the ALCS kicked off with the greatest game in FSBL history, a game in which they blew a 10-run lead to the Indians and never recovered. They look to kick that memory to the curb starting tonight in Minnesota, where the Twins feel like world beaters after chasing down the Tigers in a 24-4 final 5-week surge, and then taking down the powerhouse Yankees in the ALDS. Not even going to try to predict where this one's heading. Just enjoy it. Red Sox and Twins, Martinez and Blyleven coming up. Game 1 of the ALCS. Late start after the NBA Finals game. For those of you who were watching that, appreciate anybody tuning in whenever you're doing so. Bert Blyleven was very solid in his first outing, allowed 2 runs over 6 in his appearance against the Yankees, allowed only 3 hits, struck out 4, ended up with a no decision in that ball game. He will take the hill here against the Boston Red Sox. Jacoby Ellsbury gets the start for Boston, looking for his first hit of the postseason. He only started the one game against the A's. The A's started a bunch of lefties other than Catfish Hunter. Ellsbury fouls off the first pitch for strike 1. And we're underway from the Metrodome as SGJ Jamie tunes in. How are you, buddy? Good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. Ellsbury tries to bunt for a hit. It rolls just foul. And Blyleven is ahead of Ellsbury 0-2. Curveball there, misses down and in. You'll see plenty of curveballs from Bert Blyleven. Sign from Mauer and delivers. Breaking ball there, grounded to the right side, Knobloch ranges to his left, throws it out, and there's one away. Your Red Sox lineup: Ellsbury, Betts, and Williams, Smith, Devers, and Freeman, Thor, Varitek, and John Valentin. The Red Sox are here despite having hit only .209 to this point in the playoffs. And that includes the wild card game win over the Tigers, in addition to the win against the A's. First pitch to Betts is a breaking ball in for a called strike. The Twins pitching took a Yankees squad that averaged 5 runs a game during a regular season and allowed them to score only 8 over 4 games in the ALDS. Twins are clicking on all cylinders right now. They do not have power, but they play good defense. They run the bases well. They have good at-bats. They pitch well. They get the clutch hit or the clutch out when they need it. Betts fouls out to J.D. Drew, 2 away, and here's Williams. Splendid splinter, batting .333 in the postseason. A homer and a pair of RBIs. First pitch from Blyleven, and Williams cranks it out to left. Going back on his Manush. Still going back. It's over his head. One hopper off the base of the wall. Williams will pull into second. It's a 2-out double for Ted Williams. And the Red Sox have a runner in scoring position here in the top of the first. Williams in the series against the A's got himself into some holes being a bit too patient. He came out here aggressive against Blyleven. Drives that one. Here's Reggie Smith. Smith takes a palm ball down the middle for strike 1. Smith batting .143. Blyleven deals, curveball. Smith fouls it off. 0-2 the count. field. Shot Smith out to left center. That's going to get down. That's going to be a base hit for Reggie Smith. Williams comes around to score. Smith digging for two. Dykstra's throw is not in time. And the Red Sox have quickly taken a 1-0 lead here in the top of the first inning. Back-to-back doubles from Williams and Smith, and the Sox strike first. 5-11 retired the first two men to face him, but Williams and Smith come through. Here's Rafael Devers. Devers batting .250. That .250 is a 1 for 4. No homers and an RBI for Devers. Bernie Strom joins us. How are you, Bernie? Good to see you, sir. Your Sox off to a good start here. Fastball up and away. Devers fouls it off. On ball, misses away, 2-1. But the first 3 years of the FSBL, postseasons were chock full of nip and tuck, one-run, comeback, extra inning games. This year hasn't had quite as many of those in this postseason. However, the underdogs won all 4 of the division series matchups. The presumption was the Yankees would face the A's, the Phillies would face the Giants. All 4 of them are now sitting home. Breaking ball down in the dirt. And Devers draws the 2-out walk. I appreciate that, Bernie. Glad to hear you're doing well. And that you enjoy the broadcasts. Happy to hear both those things. Here's Buck Freeman. He takes the first pitch for a called strike. Again, Freeman was a September call-up for the Sox, but was scorching in September and made the playoff roster after the injury to Kevin Youkilis. Breaking ball there, swung on and missed. The count goes to 0-2. 5-11 trying to keep this a 1-run inning. Freeman skies it to left, slicing. Manush ranging over. He'll get there. Puts it away. And the side is retired. But back-to-back doubles from Ted Williams and Reggie Smith bring home a run for the Sox to strike first in Game 1 of the ALCS. So on the hill, Pedro Martinez. Martinez makes his 3rd start of the postseason. He started the wild card game against the Tigers and was brilliant there, and then took a tough luck loss against the A's. 1-1, a 1.5 ERA. In the playoffs, here's Chuck Knobloch. Knobloch swinging a good bat for the Twins, batting .313. Squares the bunt. So despite the turf, Knobloch tries to bunt his way on. Dribbles it down. Martinez fields, fastball up and in. Pedro fouls it off. Oh, into the count. Martinez. Knobloch skies it to left. Williams is there. Waits for it to come down. Puts it away for out number 1. Twins lineup. Knobloch, Dykstra, and Mauer. Herbeck, Manush, and Carew. Drew, Gaetti, and Smalley. The Twins have hit 1 home run in the postseason. They hit 1 home run in a series against the Yankees and still managed to take New York down. Here's Lenny Dykstra, the league's leading hitter. Batting .313 in the postseason. Dykstra won the batting title here in year 4. The Twins have the last 2 batting champions. Joe Mount took home the batting title in year 3. Dykstra fouls off that circle change. The count's 1-1. Pedro deals. Fastball is fouled off. Martinez ahead of Dykstra here, 1-2 in the bottom of the first. Pedro deals. Dykstra swings and misses. Martinez fans him, and there's 2 away here in the bottom of the first inning. First strikeout for Martinez.
The catcher, Joe.
So that'll bring up Joe Mauer. Dykstra departs from home plate. Now we're only batting 176 in the play. First pitch fastball from Pedro just misses inside. Martinez looks in, gets the sign from Baratek. 1-0 offering. This is up high. Team Mauer, a .410 career on base percentage. He has been terrific for these Twins. 2-0 pitch from Martinez. Curveball is in there for a strike. Breaking ball, that one hung a bit. Martinez knew it as soon as he released that pitch that wasn't going where he wanted. Hanging breaking ball, and Mauer slashes it into left for a 2-out single.
The designated hitter, number 14.
So here's Herbeck. Herbeck batting .333 in the playoffs. He sat against the lefties the Yankees threw at him, and Ford and Gidry. He has not played that much. Gets the start here against Martinez and moves into the cleanup slot as the struggling J.D. Drew gets dropped in the order. 0-1 from Pedro. Fastball right in there. He's ahead of Herbeck, 0-2. Deals there. Circle change away. Herbeck reaches, gets a piece of it, fouls it off. O2 offering coming from Martinez. Fastball. Herbeck fouls it straight back. Got this game started about a half hour later than I was hoping to, so you know this game is going to be an epic. This will probably be a 2-hour affair, because that's the way it goes. Fastball inside, ties Herbeck in knots. Pedro picks up a couple of strikeouts, is undeterred by the 2-out hit from Mauer, and gets through the first. We head to the second. It's 1-0 Red Sox. Here's Bobby Doerr. Doerr batting .238 so far in the postseason. A home run and a pair of RBI. Blyleven needed 20 pitches to get through that first. First pitch there, Doerr fouls it off. One pitch, back up the middle, and there's a base hit. So Bobby Doerr starts off the second with a leadoff single. And the Red Sox are in business once again.
Batting it, the catcher, number 33.
So that'll bring up Jason Baratek. Baratek batting .250 in the playoffs. Blyleven deals, fastball misses inside. No homers and an RBI for Baratek. The split time with Rick Ferrell, although Baratek started to get the lion's share. Blyleven deals, fastball just outside. It's 2-0. Blyleven from the set. Delivers. Breaking ball. Baratek bounces it to short. Smalley has it to 2nd-1 on the first. 6-4-3 double play, and there's 2 down. Nice true hop here on the turf at the Metrodome. Baratek does not get down that line particularly well. Smalley fed Knobloch well here. Knobloch knew he had time, even with Doerr bearing down on him. So, 2 away now. Here's John Valentin. Valentin batting .176, but he had a huge hit in the clincher. against the Oakland A's. A 3-run homer. He took Lefty Grove deep and blew that one open for Boston. Ball misses down and in. 2-0 pitch. Curveball misses away. Toby Ellsbury waits on deck. The 3-0 fastball misses up high, and it's a 2-out walk to Valentin. So Levin walks the 9-hitter, turns things over. Here's Ellsbury. He grounded out his first time up. Deals fastball on the outside corner for strike one. Curveball. Ellsbury jackknifes out of the way. That ball almost caught him on the top of the shoe. One and one to count. Curveball ripped by Ellsbury into center. There's a base hit. Runner will hold at second, but now the Sox have 2 men on. Levin not looking particularly sharp here in the early going. 110 off the bat of Ellsbury. Squared this one up nicely. So now here's Mookie Betts, and boy, would the Sox love to see Betts flip the switch here. He's 0 for 1. Hits this one in the hole. Smalley on the backhand goes to second for 1 and barely gets the force on Ellsbury to retire the side. Nice play by Roy Smalley. So the Sox strand a pair and hit into a double play. We head to the bottom of the second. Boston 1, Minnesota nothing. Here's Heidi Manush. Manush had a big hit for the Twins in their clincher against the Yankees. Only batting 188, but he's got 4 RBIs. Fastball from Martinez is in for a called strike. Rookie tandem of Manush and Carew. Wins very much. Like what they think the future holds for those two. 0-2 the count here. Pedro ahead of him to start things off. Bush shoots that one foul. Down the left field line. Here's Rocks. Fires. And this guy's at the left. Williams ranging over and back. This ball's carrying. But Williams runs it down on the warning track. Somebody turned on the air conditioning vents. That ball did not look like it was going to go that far, but it took Williams back to the wall. 1 away. Here's Carew. Carew batting .286. Change up from Martinez is in for strike 1. Deals. Carew fouls it off. Tough man to strike out here at the plate. He throws ahead of an 0-2. Gets him reaching. Weakly hit out the short. Charging. Tough play. Throws. And Carew's going to beat it out. An infield hit for Rod Carew, who chased one out of the zone. Breaking ball from Pedro, tapped that one out the short. That's about as slow as you're going to see a turf roller. There was nothing Valentin could do about that. So 1 out, Carew is on. Here is the struggling J.D. Drew, batting .133 in the playoffs after a very strong regular season. He takes the fastball up high. Drew still looking for his first RBI. Acquired last off-season from the Cardinals. Pedro throws over. Carew dives back in. One 0 pitch from Pedro. In there for a called strike. Drew deals again. Fastball away. Drew reaches. Flicks it down. Pedro deals again. Fastball up high. Swung on and missed. Third strikeout for Martinez, and there's 2 away here in the bottom of the second.
Batting eighth, the third baseman, number 8.
So down goes Drew, and now here's Gary Gaetti. Gaetti had a big hit in the clincher over the Yankees as well. Pitch out, runner not going. Deal. This is outside. Gaetti has the only Twins homer in the playoffs. 2-0 pitch. He hits this one well to left, but Williams is there. In that one, I thought was going far, and it didn't. Minush's, I didn't think was going that far, and it carried. Either way, the Twins come away empty. We head to the top of the third here at the Homer Dome. 1-0 Boston. Here's Ted Williams. Williams doubled his first time up and then came around to score when Reggie Smith followed him up with the same. Part of the order, Blyleven slogging through the first 2. Palm ball misses down low. Williams this year hit 300 again, but it was 300 on the dot. That was a bit down for him, but his power numbers went up. He had his first 40 homer season, hitting 40 homers on the dot. Still expecting the season where Williams hits 320 or so and still gets the 40 homers. 1-1 the count. Fastball swung on and missed. 1-2 the count. Blyleven deals. Williams pops it up. Giving chase is Gaetti, who puts it away for out number 1.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Reggie Smith.
So that'll bring up Reggie Smith, who had that RBI double in the first. Appreciate everybody tuning in here. Late night broadcast. Did a lunchtime broadcast earlier, the first game of the National League Championship between the Dodgers and the Cubs. I won't spoil that one as of yet. Did you get a chance to watch it, though? In all humility, that was a hell of a freaking game. 1-1 the count as Blyleven works to Smith. Fastball, ooh, borderline pitch. Blyleven doesn't get the call. It's 2-1. Levin delivers. Smith skies it out to left. Minush ranging into the gap. He's there. Puts it away for the second out of the ball. Second out of the third.
The batter, number 11.
So that'll bring up Rafael Devers. Devers walked his first time up. In for a called strike. Devers drove in on in the clincher against the A's as well. 0-1 the count. Ball misses down low. One and one. 11 deals. Devers hits this one hard to right. That's going back. Drew, it's off the wall. Gets it in quickly. Devers goes into second. And it almost looked like they were surprised that he was coming. That throw got there pretty quickly. Drew played it off the wall well. But Devers is in at second with the double. Look at this. The throw kind of gets there. But the tag is never put on. I thought the throw was actually there a little bit ahead of it. So now, here's Buck Freeman. He's 0 for 1. Devers on second. 2 away here in the top of the third. Good bender there from fly lefty for strike one. Freeman flew out his first time up. Deal. Ball is fouled up. 0-2 the count. Boston deals. Popped up. By first, Carew is underneath it, puts it away. And the side is retired, so Blyleven leaves Devers stranded at second. We'll head to the bottom of the third. Red Sox 1, Twins nothing. Here's Roy Smalley. Smalley batting 300 in the playoffs. Pedro Martinez gets back to work. Breaking ball. Smalley shoots it in the hole. Nice play on the backhand by Valentin. Long throw, and he airmails it. It doesn't go into the seats, though. Bounces right back. No harm, no foul there. I don't think he would have gotten him anyway. They're going to call that an infield thing. Good effort from Valentin. Probably could have put that one in his pocket. Order turns over. Here's Knobloch. He's 0 for 1. Change up from Martinez. A called strike. Knobloch flew out his first time up. Sox will start Smokey Joe Wood in Game 2. And Cy Young in Game 3. Twins will start Jim Cott in Game 2. And Johan Santana in Game 3. 1 and 2 as Martinez works to Knobloch. It's a pitch. Ball inside. 2-2 the count. Martinez deals. Change up, just off the plate. Count is full. Lenny Dykstra waits on deck. Martinez sets. Delivers. Knobloch fouls it off. Full count. Martinez deals again. Knobloch skies it to center. Ellsbury ranges over. He's there. Puts it away for out number 1. So Knobloch is retired. That'll bring up Dykstra. Lenny struck out his first time up. Martinez peeks at the runner and delivers. High slider in there for a called strike. I think that's the first slider that Pedro's thrown. And ball change up curveball for this one. 0-1 pitch. Circle Thames rides inside. 1-1 the count. Martinez deals. Another circle Thames, and another one misses just inside. 2-1 as Pedro works to Dykstra. on the outside corner with that slider again. So now it's 2-2 to Lenny. The crowd here at the Metrodome didn't like that one. And a circle change on the black, just like the slider. Lenny goes down looking. Beautiful pitch from Martinez, his fourth strikeout of the ballgame. And there's 2 away here in the bottom of the third. Martinez paints the black there. Well, I believe Dykstra would disagree. Here's Joe Mauer. Mauer singled his first time up. He takes a fastball up high for ball 1. Martinez from the set. Delivers. Fastball misses inside. It's 2-0. Delivers. Fastball misses 3-0. And Herbeck waits on deck for Minnesota. See if Mauer has a green light here. Takes, and it's 3-1. Rotates at the mound a little bit. Comes to the set. And delivers. 3-1 changeup, misses down low. So Mauer has been on twice. First and second for the Twins as they try to get something going. Here's Kent Herbeck. Herbeck struck out his first time up. Pedro trying to work around a little bit of trouble as our friend Aaron Reed joins us. How are you, Aaron? Good to see you, buddy. Fastball on the outside corner for strike 1. Smalley on second, Mauer on first. 1-0 Red Sox with 2 outs in the bottom of the third of game 1 of the ALCS. Fastball down low. Herbeck fouls it off. And now Pedro is ahead of Herbeck here 0-2. If Pedro decides to attack him. 0-2 pitch. Breaking ball. Herbeck, a high fly ball to right. But Betts looks like he has it tracked shy of the track. And with 2 hands, Mookie Betts puts it away. And the side is retired. We're a third of the way through here at the Metrodome. 1-0 Boston as we head to the 4th. Here's Bobby Doerr. Doerr singled his first time up.
Bobby Doorman.
5-11 needed 20 pitches to get through the first inning. The Red Sox got the long run in that. Now it's hit to 47 pitches as we start the 4th. First pitch, Doerr in the hole. Base hit in the left. Doerr with a single.
Now down. Number 33.
Inside curveball pulls that one through the hole. Yes, Aaron, you heard right. It says Dorman because Doerr is not one of the names that's on audio. So Dorman is the closest thing it has. Fastball in for a call and strike. It's a very contentious thing when they MLB The Show switched over. I guess it was after 20 or 21, like the announcing and all that kind of stuff. And in the process, they had to re-record a bunch of the audio names, and a bunch of old names that used to be in the game audio-wise are no longer in the game. At least they weren't as of a couple years ago. I don't have 25. Ground ball up the middle. Knobloch flips to Smalley. Good feed. 4-6-3 double play. Baratek doubled up for the second time in this one. And there's 2 away. Machado hits bombs. Burtby home fly 11. There you go. There you go. That's a classic Bermanism right there. Well done, sir. Oh, I appreciate that, Aaron. Yeah, this was kind of the original the original hope for a gig was doing the sportscasting thing, but I just kind of ended up down the print journalism road, and that's where I've been ever since. But this kind of gets to fill my itch for my original career choice. 1-0 the count as Blyleven works to Valentine. Popped up. Carew underneath it. Puts it away, and the side is retired. So with the help of another double play ball, Blyleven gets through the fourth unscathed. You got a good one going here in Minnesota. Red Sox 1, Twins nothing. This Juan played against them. Well, I used to have the whole book of them, actually. All the permanent. Some of them were a bit of a stretch, but the good ones were really good. So, bottom of the fourth, here's Heine Manush stepping in against Martinez. Manush flew out his first time up. Fastball is a called strike. One pitch from Pedro. Third ball misses inside. Chain floats away. 2-1 as Martinez works to Manush. Breaking ball. Manush drives this one to right. That's going back. Betts is going to play it off the wall. And Manush bangs another one off that wall out and right. It's a leadoff double for Heine Manush, and the Twins are in business here in the bottom of the fourth. Manush and this wall have gotten very well acquainted here in the postseason. So here's Carew. Carew's 1 for 1. Pedro's got a little bit of a situation to work through now. Runner on second, nobody out. Fastball in for a called strike. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, Aaron, but I'm glad that you have chosen to spend your time with me here. Hopefully we'll give you something to enjoy. 0-1 pitch. Curveball misses away. One and one the count. Ball is fouled away. One and two. Inez checks Manush at second and delivers. Gets Carew reaching there. That's how Carew got his infield hit his first time off. This one dribbles foul. See if Pedro tries to bust him in here. After getting him reaching there. 1-2 pitch. Stays away. Fastball off the outside corner. 2-2 pitch. Carew fouls it off. The set. Pedro deals. Circle change, down and away, and the count goes full. J.D. Drew waits on deck. Inez checks Manush and deals. Fastball top of the zone, strike 3 called. Carew doesn't agree, but Pedro notches strikeout number 5 and a big first out. Carew didn't like that one at all. So now here's J.D. Drew. Drew is 0 for 1. Pedro deals. Fastball in for a called strike. We'll see if Pedro can snowball after that strikeout to Carew. Get him through this inning, leaving Heine Manush stranded at second. Heine is one of those names I don't think is ever going to come back. Fly ball out the center. That's taking him deep. Still going. Ellsbury back on the warning track, puts it away. Runner will tag up. Manush moves up to third. That ball kind of kept on going. Ellsbury got spun around, but made the grab at the wall. 2 away. Here's Gaetti. He flew out his first time up. Martinez deals. Gaetti pulls it out. Oh, 1. See where Pedro goes here. Ball misses up high. That was virtually the same pitch as to Carew. This time Pedro doesn't get the call. 1-1 offering. And he fouls it off. So now Pedro a strike away from getting out of trouble. 1-2 the count. The tying run is on third base. In his deal. Gaetti out in the left center. That's going to get down, and we've got a tie ball game. RBI single for Gary Gaetti. Williams cuts it off, but Manush comes in to score. And the Twins have tied game 1 of the LCS at 1 apiece. Fastball away. Gaetti goes out and gets it and flares it out in the left center. So now here's Roy Smalley. Smalley is 1 for 1. Tries to hold up unsuccessfully at the change-up away. 0-1 pitch. That one stays down and away. Slider misses. One and 1 the count as Pedro looks in. 71 pitches for Pedro with 2 outs here in the 4th. High fly ball to left. Williams going back at the track, puts it away. So the Twins have put a few balls onto the track, but none out yet. But they do get a run. We're through 4. Red Sox and Twins, game 1 of the ALCS, is tied at 1 apiece. So we start the 5th. Here's Jacoby Ellsbury. Ellsbury 1 for 2. Single in the 2nd. First pitch fastball smacked down the first. Carew flips the Blyleven. And Ellsbury is retired for the first out of the inning.
Now batting, number 50.
Here's Mookie Betts. Betts flew out and grounded out. Blyleven deals. Betts turns that one to foul. Oh, and 1 the count. Blyleven deals. Ball misses away. Again, this is pre-Beers Blyleven. We'll slap one on him a few years into his career. 1 and 1 the count. Breaking ball, Betts grounds it to second. Knobloch on the backhand, throws the first and gets him for out number 2.
The left fielder, number 9, Ted Williams.
So here's Ted Williams. Williams 1 for 2. He doubled his first time up and then scored. And fouled out to third his last time up. Ball misses down low. Nathaniel, how are you, buddy? Good to see you. Glad you found me. I got started a little late today. I'm off tomorrow. Figured I could get the game in. So we're trying to do so. 2-0 the count. Blyleven to Williams. Fastball misses up high. It's 3-0. Williams almost assuredly has a green light. Pretty sure Blyleven knows that as well, so he's probably not going to throw him a cookie. He does, and Williams swings and misses that. Fastball down the middle. I think that may have caught Williams a little bit by surprise. 3-1 by 11 deals. Popped up. Foul ground. Gaetti puts it away, and that's the second straight time that Ted Williams has popped out to third. We're midway through here at the Metrodome. ALCS Game 1 is tied at 1. Here's Knobloch, 0 for 2, a pair of flyouts. Oh, Brewers Dynasty. Good luck with that. Fastball from Martinez, misses up high. Pedro would like a nice quick inning here. Bring him back on a good pace pitch-wise. Circle change there. Knobloch, a somewhat awkward swing. Fouls it off. Sox would love to get Pedro through 7 in this one. Ground ball right to short. Valentin gobbles it up, throws to first, and there's one away.
Now batting, number 4.
So that'll bring up Dykstra. Pedro has fanned Lenny twice. See this deal. Fastball is in for a called strike. That one is ripped out to right field, but Bex is right there, puts it away for out number 2. So Lenny on that one nicely, but Bex had him played perfectly. 2 away. That will bring up Joe Mauer. Mauer singled in the first. He also walked. Fastball misses inside. Mauer hit .308 this season. Fastball there, misses away. It's 2-0. Pedro deals. Mauer turns it foul. Two-1 from Martinez. Circle change, misses down and in. 3-1 to count. Kent Herbeck waits on deck. Martinez delivers. Mauer winds this one to the gap in left center. That's going to be extra bases. Have a day, Joe Mauer. Williams retrieves it, but Mauer will cruise into second with a 2-out double. So Mauer has been on base all 3 times here in Game 1. A single, a walk, and now a double. Mauer looking like a guy who is on top of everything right now. So now, here's Herbeck. Herbeck is 0 for 2.
Now batting, number 14.
Fastball. Herbeck fouls it straight back. He gets struck out and blown out. Oh, 1 pitch. Haynes misses down low. And the Red Sox are starting to get bullpen action going. Mel Parnell, the lefty. Jack Wilson, the right. One. That ball misses up high. 2-1 to count. Pedro at 85 pitches. From the set. Fastball misses up and away. 3-1. Ian Manush had the big double. Last time up. Waits on deck. 3-1 from Martinez. Fastball just low for ball 4. So now it's first and second for the Twins. Here's Manush. 1 for 2. He doubled and scored. fastball. Manush tries to hold up unsuccessfully, and it's 0-1. Pedro from the set. Fastball off the plate. 1-1. Here's Field. Slider stays outside. 2-1. Rod Peru waits on deck. So the hope of getting Pedro through 7 seems to be fading. Now they're just going to hope they can get him in a spot to get him through the 6th. Fastball there on the outside corner, and it's 2-2. First, he has to finish off the 5th. 2-2 pitch. Manush, high fly ball to left center, slicing, giving chase is Ellsbury, still going back. He makes the grab, a step shy of the warning track. So Manush put a jolt into that, but Ellsbury tracks it down, and Pedro gets out of the jam. We head to the top of the 6th here at the Metrodome. Red Sox 1, Twins 1, Game 1 of the ALCS.
Leading off for the Red Sox, the designated hitter, Reggie Smith.
So here's Reggie Smith. Smith had the big RBI double in the first that brought home Williams. Neither Blyleven nor Martinez have been super sharp in this one. 1-1 sounds like it's been a dazzling pitcher's duel, but both pitchers have kind of been in and out of trouble. Fastball at the letters from Blyleven. It's 1-1. Blyleven deals. Breaking ball. Holds it down. Blyleven deals. Fastball up high. Smith fouls it off. Blyleven deals. Fastball misses down low. 2-2 pitch. Curveball in the dirt. Full count to Reggie Smith. Rafael Devers waits on deck. Blyleven deals. Fastball just off the plate for ball 4. So it's a leadoff walk for Reggie Smith. That'll bring up Devers. This doubled his first time up.
Number 11.
Curveball. Devers takes a terrible swing at that one. 6-1. Oh, and a beautiful curveball there from Blyleven. He's got Devers in an 0-2 hole. From the set. Delivers. The ball misses inside. One-two pitch. On ball, Devers fouls him up. Blyleven from the set. Delivers. Devers chases palm ball, swings over the top of it. Strikeout for Blyleven. That's the first strikeout for Bert Blyleven, and it's the first out of the 6th inning. Here's Buck Freeman. Freeman is 0 for 2. Ball misses down low. Ball down low again. 2-0 the count. Blyleven from the set. Fastball misses up high. Abidor waits on deck. Justin Fields. Swinging 3-0, Buck Freeman for the Sox. Being aggressive there, he fouls it off. 3-1 pitch. Fastball misses up and away for ball 4. So now the Red Sox have a pair of base runners, one out here in the top of the 6th for Door, who's 2 for 2 with a pair of singles. Breaking ball in for a called strike. Then Perkins the lefty, Bob Porterfield the righty, throwing for Minnesota. A 1 pitch from Blyleven. Curveball misses down low. 1-1 the count. Breaking ball, Door down to third, but foul. Oh, they were hugging the line on him, and Door puts that one just outside third. The count's 1-2. Swung on and missed. Palm ball from Blyleven gets him. So Bird hadn't struck out anybody through 5. And now he's got a pair of Ks here in the 6th. Feeling good about that palm ball right now. So now here's Varitek. Varitek has grounded into a pair of double plays. Already 2 outs, so he can't do that here. Curve ball in the dirt for ball 1. Blyleven from the set. Delivered. Curveball grounded to third. Gaetti throws to second for the force, and the side is retired, so Blyleven works around trouble. We head to the bottom of the 6th. Carew, Drew, and Gaetti for Minnesota. We're tied at 1. And they're going to take Pedro out. The Sox, Pedro getting up into the 90s in pitch count. I'm a bit surprised by that, but again, if the AI does it, I can't do anything about it. I would have at least let him start the 6th. So we'll get a final box score there from Pedro. 5 innings, 6 hits, 1 run, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts. It was a slog for Martinez, but at the end of the day, he still allowed only 1 run over the 5. So now they're going to go to the bullpen and Mel Parnell. The fact that they're starting off with a pair of lefties here in the inning may have a little something to do with it. But even so, Pedro's your ace. I think you got to let him start the 6th if he's shy of 100 pitches. Tom Bergmeyer and Wade Davis. Again, the Red Sox bullpen, the other factor of that is the Red Sox bullpen has not been great. Bergmeyer's been good. Davis has been terrible in the playoffs. Fastball from Parnell misses up high, so we'll see if the Red Sox live to regret this. This also could mean that the intention is for Pedro to come back for Game 4. That one misses up high, but at this point, you can't be thinking about Game 4. You got a tie ball game here in Game 1. 3-0 from Parnell. Fastball misses down low, so Parnell comes in and promptly walks Carew. That'll bring up J.D. Drew. Drew is 0 for 2. He is struck out and blown out. Parnell deals. Fastball is a called strike. Parnell was down in the minors for most of the season. He came up in September and was dazzling for the Red Sox. Good slider there. Remember the Sox bullpen looked for another lefty outside of Tom Bergmeyer. Mel Parnell has now become that guy, at least for this season. 0-2 pitch. 2 fouls it off. Remember that rotation is going to be tougher to crack next year as the rookie Roger Clemens will join the Red Sox for year 5. Clemens, Pedro, Cy Young, 1, 2, 3 is a formidable trio to say the least. 1 and 2 to count. Parnell works to Drew. Slider misses down low. It's 2 and 2. Parnell deals. Drew, high fly ball to right field. This ball is hit pretty well. Going back onto his Betts. He's at the wall. He leaps, and it's off the wall. Betts can't come up with it. Backed up by Ellsbury. Runner's going to hold at third. But it's a double off the wall for J.D. Drew, who has had a very rough go to the postseason. Runner had to hold up to see if Betts could come down with it. Mookie gave it a leap at the wall. So now it's second and third for the Twins. Nobody out. That pitch was up in the zone, and Drew cranked it. And now here's Gaetti. Gaetti is 1 for 2. Slider there is fouled. And Parnell dazzled down the stretch of the regular season. He was terrific. Under the bright lights of the postseason, Parnell has had a couple of shaky outings here, to say the least. Curveball. Catches the corner. He's ahead of Gaetti 0-2. Parnell getting a strikeout here would be big. And that one rides in and he hits him. So Parnell hits Smalley. I'm sorry, didn't hit. That graphic changed quickly. That wasn't Smalley that he hit. All right. I don't really get involved for the 7th, but I'm very skeptical about this. I am always going to make sure. No, they do have guys open. Bergmeyer and Davis are still throwing. All right. Well, we'll stick to our guns here, but I think Parnell, now he's really up against it here. Face 3 batters, they've all reached. Surprised that Bergmeyer and Davis weren't showing as warmed up as of yet. 1-0 the count. Parnell deals. In there for a ball and strike. It's 1-1. Chuck Knobloch waits on deck. Curveball misses down low. Two and 1 the count. Here's the pitch. Fouled off, and it's 2-2. Sox again in a bit of a predicament as they've really been low. Uehara and Papelbon have been okay out of the bullpen. Everybody else has been shaky. But Smalley goes down looking there. Parnell with a huge strikeout. And there's one away. Comes up and in on Smalley, who takes it for the called strike. One away. Here's Knobloch. Knobloch very tough to double up. Fly ball to center. That should be enough to get the run home. Ellsbury drifting into the gap, puts it away. Runner's going to tag. Ellsbury's throw is going to come into third. It's a sacrifice fly for Chuck Knobloch. And the Twins have taken a 2-1 lead here in the bottom of the 6th. So now Parnell will deal with Dykstra. Dykstra is 0 for 3. He hit his last one hard. He was lined out solidly. Mookie Betts in right. First pitch fastball is a ball strike. Parnell from the set. Dykstra shoots it the other way, but Devers makes the play, and the side is retired. But the Twins pick up one. Parnell does a good job to limit, but he limited something of his own creation. We head to the 7th. It's 2-1 Minnesota. So here's John Valentin to open up the top of the 7th. Valentin is 0 for 1. Also drawn a walk. Blyleven starts the top of the 7th inning. His bullpen action going for Minnesota. Blyleven at 85 pitches. First pitch curveball misses away. Ball outside first. One and one the count. The ball there is fouled off. One-two pitch from Blyleven. Valentin doesn't chase the curveball away. 2-2. Blyleven deals. Swung on and missed. He fans Valentin, who throws his bat in disgust. Third strikeout for Blyleven, who seems to possibly be getting stronger as he gets deeper into this game. Remember, Blyleven hadn't struck out anybody through 5. One away. Here's Ellsbury. He's 1 for 3. Ball Steve Podcast says, here we go. How are you, man? Good to see you in the chat. Appreciate you tuning in. What is your podcast, sir? Enlighten me and the rest of the channel as to what all you do. Looks like giving people a chance to kind of tout their own channel here. Looped into center. That's going to be a tough play, and Ellsbury's going to beat it out. Did he chop that off the plate? No, that was just a pop that ended up an awkward play there. But regardless, Ellsbury is on. And the Sox have their fastest man on the base. Starting a podcast where we go balls deep on sports history. Oh, that's cool, man. Very cool. I'll give you a follow after I get off of this. I'll certainly be up for that. So Blyleven gets to start the 7th. He gives up the hit. They're going to take him out. Gritty effort from Blyleven, and now the Twins will turn it over to their bullpen. Perkins worked one outing. Struck out a pair, didn't give up a hit or a walk. Fans make mini 30 for 30 docs on Full Sports Story. I like that. I like that idea. Good luck to you. Change up misses down low as Perkins works the Betts. I would have left Blyleven in there to face Betts. Then you could have brought Perkins in with the lefties up next. Williams and then flip Reggie Smith around. 1-0 pitch from Perkins. Betts takes the strike. 1-1. Perkins from the set delivers. Misses down and in. 2-1 the count to Mookie. Perkins working very deliberately here. Ellsbury at first still doesn't go. Betts smokes this one to left. That's way back. Manush going back. It's off the wall. Ellsbury pulls to third. They're going to send him around, and Smalley isn't going to make the throw. Oh, boy. So an RBI double from Mookie Betts ties the ball game, but I can't believe that Smalley didn't try the relay. Ellsbury is very quick, but that ball came into Smalley pretty well out there, but huge for the Red Sox is Mookie Betts, who has struggled, coming up with the big hit. But check this out. Check where Smalley gets this ball. Betts hits an absolute tracer. Here's the throw. They send Ellsbury. Smalley gets it there. Now, I know he's well out there into the outfield a bit, but even so, Betts hasn't gone into second yet. I feel like you've got to take a shot at Ellsbury there. He's the tying run. Wow, I don't know what made Smalley eat that throw, but the Red Sox will take it. We're tied at 2. And now, here's Ted Williams. Felipe, how are you? Felipe says almost a homer. Yeah, Mookie creamed that ball. Fastball misses down low. Williams is 1 for 3. He doubled back in the first and scored. So we get some good camera shots at the back of a fan's neck. That guy's fired. Williams also popped out twice. Perkins checking Betts at second. Delivers. Fly ball out to right center. That is not deep. Drew makes the grab. Betts holds at second. So Perkins gets Williams there. Here's Reggie Smith. Aussie Podcast, Minnesota Twins doing Minnesota Twins things by not throwing home. I mean, Smalley doesn't have a great arm, and Ellsbury's fast, but you've got to take a shot at that. That's the tying run. Betts is sliding in the second. It's not like he's going to take an extra base on the throw home. You've got to turn and make that throw. So they issue the intentional pass here to Reggie Smith. And now, Rafael Devers is scheduled up. But Devers, I don't think Devers is going to stay in against the lefty. I mean, Devers' splits are actually, and he's already got a hit in the game. But you've got Jimmy Collins, who's a superior defender, and Collins just had a huge clutch hit against the A's that saved the Red Sox season. So I'm going to say, I'm going to do the pinch hit here. Collins has been the guy all year, and Collins just had that walk-off winner in Game 4 against the A's. So you're going to ride the hot hand in that regard. Collins, 294 in the playoffs. A big 3-run homer off Raleigh Fingers in Game 4 that prolonged the Red Sox season before they went on to win Game 5. Fastball on the inside corner for strike 1. Aaron says, I can't believe Devers is a Giant. Yeah, that's a wild trade. Quiet here some nights, anxious for the World Series. I appreciate it, Felipe. I always appreciate any time any of y'all give me. Ground ball to short. Smalley is there. Goes the short way to Knobloch for the 4th. And the side is retired. But Mookie Betts comes through with a huge RBI double. 7th inning stretch time in Minnesota. Game 1 of the ALCS is tied at 2. So Collins will stay in at third. Bring the superior glove to Devers. Mel Parnell cannot stay in and pitch the 7th for the Sox. So hold on. This is 3 lefties coming up. That is Tom Bergmeyer territory.
Now pitching for Boston.
So Bergmeyer, 2 2/3 innings and 3 appearances so far this postseason. He's 1-0. Bergmeyer, a little bit of a down year by his standards for the Sox this year. He has been such a terrific performer over the years for them. Let Derek Lowe warm up. Honestly, I don't think Wade Davis should be the guy warming up out there either. Davis is terrible. Get Ike DeLocke warming up too. So Lowe and DeLocke will warm up for the Sox. But here it's Bergmeyer dealing with the heart of the Minnesota order. Slider misses down and in. Mauer has reached all 3 times. He's got a single, a double, and a walk. Tapper out to second. Door charges, throws to first, and gets him for out number 1. Aaron asks, have I thought about doing a hockey league or an MMA or perhaps wrestling? Just a thought. Yes, hockey, definitely. I actually did a hockey project When I first got the Legend Sports universe started, it was real players but fictional teams. But I've thought about doing a franchise stars version of the hockey thing. I just have to get myself into a place where I feel like doing it. The way I do things, I don't half-ass these projects. I do the ratings for everybody, and systems and formulas and all that jazz. So I've just kind of be in the mindset to say I'm going to devote a couple of months to a project to get it developed properly. There's a base hit into left, a one-out single, and Big Ken Herbeck is on first. Now, if you're the Twins, you run for Herbeck here. Lose the DH if you do, but I still think you've got to run for Herbeck. Herbeck's at 28. You've got to be thinking that you got to get somebody home. I don't know if I want to use the left. Well, you've got another lefty there. So it's going to be one of those two lefties anyway. So we're going to use Clyde Milan. So Milan will run for Herbeck. Try to give the Twins an opportunity if a ball was driven into the gap here. Particularly with Heine Manush, who's been a doubles machine. Stepping up. One out, one on. Bergmeyer working to Manush. Tie ball game, bottom of the seventh. Pickoff throw, oh my goodness. They bring him in to pinch run, and he gets picked off. Bergmeyer picks off Clyde Milan, and there's 2 outs in the bottom of the seventh. Oh my goodness. You cannot have that happen. Well, where's our friend Paul Steve podcast just talking about the Twins doing Twins things. That's got to rank up there. Pinch runner comes in and gets picked off. 2 away as Bergmeyer works to Manush, who promptly ropes one down the left field line, slicing foul. Oh, and 2 the count. Oh boy, that's big. Fastball, borderline pitch. Bergmeyer doesn't get the call. There's a shot by Manush. Base hit in the right. Betts plays it on the short hop, and now Milan being picked off really looks big.
The batter, number 29.
So now here's Carew. Carew is 1 for 2. He's also walked. Slider from Bergmeyer is a called strike. Oh, and 1 the count. Bergmeyer deal. In there, another slider for a strike, and it's 0-2. Oh, and 2 the count. Bergmeyer deals. Fastball misses inside. Bergmeyer from the set. One-two pitch. Carew smacks it to short. Kicked by Valentin. Goes the short way for the force. And the side is retired. So we head to the 8th in Minnesota. Red Sox 2, Twins 2, Game 1 of the ALCS. So here's Buck Freeman. Now let's go take a look at the Twins bullpen for a minute. Red Sox bench isn't great in terms of bats. Perkins only threw 8 pitches. So you can give him Freeman. You've got Hall and Porterfield warming up. I'm going to give Perkins Freeman and then kind of figure out where we go from there. Slider in for a called strike. Slider misses down low. It's 1-1. Joe Harris has struggled mightily. They're going to let Freeman hit lefty here anyway. Fastball. Ooh, borderline pitch. Perkins doesn't get the call. It's 2-1. Ripped into center, but snared. Oh, they had the shift on against Buck Freeman. A line drive smoked up the middle. And Roy Smalley was right there, one away. Here's Bobby Dorr. Now I think you get. Actually, Dorr has reverse splits. All right, we're gonna let Perkins keep going. I wasn't thinking about that. Dorr had the reverse splits, but he does. He's 2 for 3. Takes a fastball outside for ball 1. We'll leave Perkins in until he allows a base runner. And if you're new to the channel and watching, first of all, most importantly, I appreciate the time. I take over as best I can, bullpen and pinch hitting stuff for both teams at 7th inning and later. Just because I think the team can make some kind of wonky moves. More skies this one out to center. Dykstra is under it. There's 2 away.
Now batting, number 33.
So here's Varitek. Varitek has hit into 2 double plays. He's grounded out 3 times. The Sox. It's not a great bench. But I think you do it anyway. Gonna let Harris hit for Varitek here.
Your attention, please. Pinch hitting for the Red Sox.
And Rick Farrell will come in to catch after him. So Harris, 214 so far in the postseason. It was not a great year for Harris, but he's kind of impressed into playing a lot with the injury to Kevin Youkilis. And Harris promptly tattoos this one down the left field line, but foul. Harris trying to make a liar out of me. Now fouls off the fastball there, and the count goes to 0-2. Perkins field. Fastball misses up and in. Harris fouls it off. Looks in, delivers, fastball misses down low. Here's the pitch in there, called strike 3. Perkins puts the fastball in, and Harris goes down looking. Big strikeout, nice work out of the bullpen by Glenn Perkins. We head to the bottom of the 8th here in Minnesota. Red Sox 2, Twins 2. Game 1 of the ALCS in year 4 of the Franchise Stars Baseball League. Rick Farrell will come in to catch. Here's J.D. Drew. Tom Bergmeyer worked 13 pitches in the 7th. Twins lineup very lefty heavy. They're going to leave Bergmeyer in for the moment. Slider misses away. Double check how the Sox have their bullpen set up. Still don't think that Wade Davis should be there. Want to know as Bergmeyer works to Drew. Fastball mixes down low. Bergmeyer wants to know where that pitch was. 2-0 the count. Bergmeyer deal. Fastball swung on in there. Two and one to count. Bergmeyer delivers. Fastball just inside. 3-1. Bergmeyer deals. Fastball there. Ball strike, and the count goes full. Here's the pitch. Drew pops it up. Foul ground. Not a lot of hang time. It'll get down. Drew will get another opportunity. 3-2 again. Drew, high fly ball left center field. Slicing away from Ellsbury. On the run, he gets there. Cracks it down for out number one. Nice job by Jacoby Ellsbury.
Your attention, please.
So Marcell Ozuna is going to be brought in. That's an AI pinch hit, not mine. Ozuna's going to pinch hit for Gaetti here. Fastball. This is for ball one. Bergmeyer throwing well. Ozuna, high fly ball to left center. Ellsbury tracking, going back, and that splits the D. Goes to the wall. Ozuna pulls in the second. Ellsbury tracked it down, but it's a pinch hit double from Marcell Ozuna. And the Twins have the lead run on second. All right, so Smalley. Sorry about that. Oh, Jesus started his motion. All right, that's unfortunate, but we'll take the pitch. I'm obviously not going to swing. Take a strike, that's fine. It's being weird with the menu here right now. Apologies for that. But I don't think that Bergmeyer should be facing him. Gotten what you could out of the assist on Wade Davis. Still a no. Still get the lock warming up, but Derek Lowe is going to be your guy here.
Your attention, please.
So Derek Lowe comes on. He has made 2 scoreless appearances in the postseason. Red Sox call on Lowe again. Try to get them out of trouble here. So Smalley will move to the left-hand side. He's 1 for 3 on the day. Let him hit here against Lowe. 0-1 is the count. Smalley fouls off the changeup, and the count goes to 0-2. And if it's the 9th inning, you walk Smalley here to create a double play situation or a force. But I don't think you put a situation there where you put 2 guys on base in that spot. Smalley flies out to right. Betts fires a strike into third. Runner didn't contemplate tagging up. So now, runner on second, 2 outs. Here's Knobloch. Knobloch is 0 for 3. He also had a sacrifice fly. Derek Lowe trying to get the Red Sox through the bottom of the 8th. Here's the pitch. Knobloch down to third. Picked on the backhand by Collins. Throws him out. And the side is retired. Remember, Collins came in for Rafael Devers. Devers, not a good third baseman. Collins, a very solid one. And he shows it there. We head to the 9th. Game 1 of the ALCS is tied at 2. Bob Porterfield will come in for the Twins. He has made 2 appearances, worked 2 innings. Buddy Meyer now comes in at third for Minnesota. Here's John Valentin. Valentin is 0 for 2. He's also walked. Change up from Porterfield. Misses down and in. Porterfield delivers. Valentin, ground ball to short. Gobbled up by Smalley. Throws the first. There's one away. So the order turns over for the Bo Sox. Here's Ellsbury. 2 for 4, a pair of singles, and a run scored. Ellsbury has not done much for the Red Sox through the first 3 years of the FSBL, but he had a very solid campaign in part-time duty here in year 4. He lashes this one down the left field line, but foul. Porterfield deals again. Slider misses down and in. It's 1-1. Mookie Betts is on deck, and then Ted Williams for the Red Sox. Ellsbury out towards the gap. It's hanging. Manush raises over, puts it away for out number 2. So Porterfield trying to get through the ninth here. He's got the first 2 men down. Here's Betts. Betts had that huge game-tying double his last time up. He's 1 for 4. First pitch curveball from Porterfield. Betts swings and misses. Ian says, you should commentate for the Sox on Nesson. I appreciate that, pal. Thank you much. Tell him to make me an offer. I appreciate it. Thanks for coming by. So, Betts pops up. We head to the bottom of the ninth in Minnesota. The uniform glitch has Dykstra for the Red Sox. He's not. He's for the Twins, and he leads off the bottom of the ninth. Derek Lowe threw only 3 pitches in the bottom of the 8th, so Lowe will start the bottom of the ninth. Sox do not have a lefty in their bullpen anymore. They've used both of them, Parnell and Bergman. Wade Davis is up and throwing. Again, Davis is rated well, but Davis has not looked good in the postseason. They also have their closer, Jonathan Papelbon, throwing. Change up, misses down low. It's 1-1. Lowe delivers. Dykstra squares the bunt and bunts it foul. Clutch spots like this are where these Twins have been so good for the last 6 weeks. A phenomenal end to the season for Minnesota. Won 4-4 from August 24th to the end of the season. Then they took down the heavily favored Yankees. Dykstra puts this one down the left field line, slicing, foul. Oh, Dykstra almost had a leadoff double there. Instead, it's just foul, and the count is 2-2. Lowe delivers. Lenny pulls this one down to first. Knocked down by Harris. Lenny busting it down the line. They're not going to get him. It's an infield single for Lenny Dykstra. I'm sorry, that's Buck Freeman at first. Not Harris. Freeman knocks it down. Tries to recover. Lowe gets over there and covers, but Dykstra is on as the leadoff man here in the bottom of the ninth. Here's Joe Mauer. Mauer is 2 for 3. He's also walked as Dwayne Martz joins us. Please check out Dwayne's terrific channel. Mauer lays down a bunt, and it's a perfect one. A little surprised that they bunted with Mauer there. But it's a successful sacrifice, and Dykstra is now on second as the winning run. Here's Clyde Milan. If you remember, Milan came in to run earlier for Herbeck and then got picked off. So now with the runner at second, Milan's run doesn't mean anything. So I think you're going to end up, although Manush has swung a really good bat, as of the past few games. I mean, he had done nothing at the start of that Yankee series. That's why his average is only at 250. But I almost kind of feel like you go at Milan here. Manush had so many big hits in that Yankee series. Go at Milan, and then if you get Milan out, then you can take your pick of working Manush or Carew. Although I know the book says you create a double play possibility for yourself here. Kind of on the fence, but you're going to trust Lowe to get the ground ball, I think. So we'll control the Red Sox here for a moment. I'm actually from Long Island. Not from Boston, but I appreciate the kind words. I mean, I've certainly been up in New England plenty, but I've never had somebody say I sound like I was from Boston. That's a new one for me, but I appreciate it. So here's Manush. Single and double, a run scored. Lowe checks the run. Delivers. Change up off the outside corner. The Red Sox have left 9 on base. The Twins have left 11. That story sounds familiar. Check game 1 of the NLCS that I broadcast earlier today. A lot of similarities between the two games. Fastball high inside strike. Lowe, I think, got a beneficial call there. 1-1. Lowe delivers. Slider is in, and it's 1-2. Lowe from the set. Delivered. Manush, base hit in the center. Ellsbury comes. Dykstra's coming around third. Here's the throw from Jacoby Ellsbury. It is not in time. Dykstra scores. Walk-off hit for the Twins. Heine Manush comes through. And the Twins take game 1, 3-2, on a walk-off hit from Heine Manush in the bottom of the ninth to score Lenny Dykstra. And the Twins do it again. Slider there, spun a bit on Lowe, stayed up and over the plate, and Manush comes through with the big hit. I have a feeling this series is going deep. I do. I have a feeling this series is going deep. These two teams are gonna have a fun one here. What a ball game! So both league championship series start off in dramatic fashion. That's just good stuff. I keep on telling myself I'm just incredibly fortunate that the playoffs have been as interesting through all 4 years as they have been, and this one is no exception. This one's been a bit different than the 3 prior. This one has mostly been buoyed by upset specials, but now we've had a couple of just exceptional game 1s in the league championship series. Boo from Bernie, don't you worry. Your Sox are far from done. Your Sox are far from done here. But the Twins right now, they just don't make a lot of mistakes. That Clyde Milan getting picked off thing was such an aberration for how the Twins have played the last 6 weeks of this season. They just have not had stuff like that happen to them. But they overcome it with the 3-2 win. Bob Porterfield takes the win. Derek Lowe takes the loss. Heine Manush, player of the game. He's swinging a good bat right now. The rookie making a name for himself in this postseason. Amazing game for the Twins is rightfully, but yeah, absolutely. Daniel loved the game, but I'd rather have the Red Sox win. You know, I mean, I think it's funny because I don't really have an interest, like a rooting interest in anybody at this point. And I admittedly do sometimes. I mean, obviously, I'm a Mets fan. I'd love to see the Mets go well. The Mets have made the playoffs a couple of years, but haven't gotten out of the first round. But, like, when the Cardinals made the playoffs, I'm a big Bob Gibson fan. I would have liked to see the Cardinals make a deep run and stuff like that. But for me, it's just kind of the stories, and the Twins and Cubs are both really good stories. But I mean, the Red Sox are the only team to bounce the A's in the American League. 2 years the A's have not made the World Series. The Red Sox are the ones who've done them in both times. So you kind of got to feel like, hey, maybe the Red Sox can get something going. The Red Sox lineup is really erratic, though. That top, Williams. I mean, I know Betts has struggled. Betts came through with a big hit today, but I mean, you count on Betts and Williams and Reggie Smith to give you, productivity, you know, pretty much on a regular basis. But the bottom of the Red Sox order can be really erratic. But I mean, the Twins have no power. This Twins lineup has no real power to it, at least in the context of a league like this. But they're pitching great right now. They're playing terrific defense, and yeah, so that the Twins could win this. But I think all four of the teams remaining absolutely could win it. So I think that's what's going to make it a lot of fun. But I think both series are going to go deep actually. But anyway, it is 1:30 here on the East Coast, and we're going to wrap this up. Greatly appreciate you all tuning in. Nathaniel and Bernie and Felipe. Ian, very nice to meet you. See you in the chat. Greatly appreciate you, sir. Aaron Reed checks in. I say sir, assuming. I always assume it's a guy. Balls Deep Podcast. I will definitely give a subscription and a listen there, pal. I want to kind of hear what you're coming up with. That sounds like stuff that would be interesting to me and the other people who subscribe to my channel. So, like I said, Aaron Reed was here. Rojati Hits Bombs was in here. SGJ Jamie was the first one to the park for this one. Appreciate you all tuning in. Bang that like button if you haven't as of yet. Subscribe if you're listening and haven't as of yet. And most importantly, be good to each other. And we'll talk soon. The Twins walk it off for a Game 1 win over the Red Sox.